Hi, my name is jplummer. I am a middle school teacher in northern Maine. I've been making videos lately to help parents deal with the COVID-19 outbreak and educating their children at home. I'm hoping that these videos will do more than that. I'm hoping that the content will be relevant long after that during any other sort of school shutdown or maybe even a snow day. I'm also hoping that homeschool parents will be able to find these ideas useful as well. So I am looking forward to today's video. Let's get started. Today's video is about the fact that when children are not getting their basic human needs met, all the mind can focus on is getting whatever it is that they need, whether it be food or warmth or love. Learning will not occur, and we need to recognize this, and parents need to be aware of this so they can recognize that in their child and not push their child to learn when their needs are not met. In today's video, we're going to talk about your child's basic needs and our learning expectations for them. In 1943, Abraham Maslow proposed a theory that humans have a certain number of needs, and they are arranged in a hierarchy in which some are more basic than others. We have basic needs that need to be met before we can think of our other needs. For example, if we don't feel safe in our environment, we are not going to worry about reading a book or doing an art project. We will make sure we don't have to worry about threats first, and that's what this pyramid shows. The basic needs are at the very bottom of the pyramid. Our physiological needs: food, water, warmth, and rest. That makes sense, right? And as you go up through the pyramid, our needs become kind of more complex. When we are lacking, we are motivated to find those basic needs first. How does this relate to our children's learning, especially during a pandemic that is happening right now? Learning happens at higher levels. It happens at the esteem level and, of course, at the self-actualization level. The esteem level is where you have feelings of accomplishment. The self-actualization level is when you're expressing creativity and you're achieving to your potential. So let's think about the bottom section of the pyramid. These are our physiological needs. When those needs are not met, for example, if you have a lack of food, you can't concentrate on anything else except for that. During this time right now, it's especially difficult. Some families rely on the school providing them with breakfast and lunch for their children, and many school districts are continuing to deliver those lunches and breakfasts to their students, which is just wonderful. Right now, stores are not very well stocked, so sometimes people may be deprived of certain foods that they're used to or that they like, and that's difficult to deal with. Sometimes during periods of time where there is a lot to worry about, people suffer from lack of sleep. A lot of worry is focused around the fact that a parent might be out of work and there's no money coming in, or there's a much reduced amount of money coming in. That keeps us from sleeping. And when we're not sleeping, we can't concentrate or focus on anything else. And the third thing is lack of supplies. Some people might have unreliable transportation, sometimes heating oil. The cost of that, if you don't have any money coming in, or if there is a higher demand for delivery, that can be a problem. And the last thing on the list is prescriptions and other essential things that we need to get. If your safety needs are not being met, for example, feelings of fear, one of the best things you can do is assure your children that they are in a safe environment. And we can do that by leading by example, practice social distancing, and following guidelines. Another thing we can do is turn off the news. Adults like to keep current on the information that they are getting. Repeated and worrisome stories are not good for kids to see over and over again. And often the death count is reported, and that can be very stressful for kids, especially young kids. Everybody has feelings of uncertainty at this time. We have no end date in sight as of right now, and children have difficulty understanding that the return to normalcy is not defined, and that's difficult. Sometimes I think adults forget how important children's friends are to them, and that's something that we need to pay attention to. And another thing is we need to remember that our emotions get projected onto them. Children watch you for cues on how to behave and how serious the situation is. So be aware that they're watching and they're taking that information that you show, and you may not say it verbally. It may be in your body language, and we have to watch for that. And another thing we need to think about is negativity creates negativity. So let's do the opposite of that. Let's be positive, and then they will feel more positive. And the next section of the pyramid is love and belonging needs. The first way to satisfy their love and belonging needs is to show them. Giving them your attention shows that they are important. Spend time with them. And of course, hug, kiss, and cuddle with them. The next way is to tell them, verbally reassure them that things will be okay. Do this out loud. There will be an end. It's hard right now, and acknowledge that, but reassure them that it will end at some point. Talk to them often. Engage with them to monitor their well-being. And lastly, it's very important to let them connect with family and friends. They can do that virtually, on a video chat, and it's very important to give them lots of time with their friends. Let them use Google Meets to connect with their friends. That's great because a whole bunch of kids can get together at the same time and talk. We cannot expect children to learn and do their best if their basic needs are not being met. We have to remember that. That's something that teachers are very well aware of, and we have to satisfy those basic needs before the students can do their academics. Their mind is elsewhere if their basic needs are not being met. It is critical to make sure everyone around you has their needs met. This is something that you can do for everyone, not just children, but adults too. And if not, get help. If basic needs are not being met, here are some things that you can do. The very first thing for your children is to put academics aside. They just will not be able to do their best or do anything. They won't be able to concentrate. So don't worry about academics at that point. You have more important things to worry about. If this happens, please call the teacher and explain. The teacher will understand the situation. You don't have to tell them all the details if you don't want to, but the teacher will totally understand it and it will be fine. It's so much more important to get our love need met and our physiological and our safety needs met. You can also contact others for help. School administration will be able to help you. Call the district office. Call the school office if it's being staffed. They will be able to point you in the right direction. Your town and city have resources. Call the town hall or the place where your government is set up in your town or city. Another good source of help is always religious leaders. I hope you found that video useful. I'm going to list some resources down below in the description box. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone that you think might be able to use the information. Keep watching for more videos. Until next time.